Hello, guys. It's Johnny time, and welcome to another Web3 security interview and podcast. Today, we have a special guest, a smart contract hacking course graduate, Sabanaku. And this guy just started a few months ago and is already performing pretty well in auditing contests with pretty nice results. So if you're a beginner and you want to get started with smart contract auditing and auditing competitions, this is the right episode for you because he's going to share all his journey, all the tips, his methodologies, and alpha that will help you maybe land your first bug in an auditing contest or maybe land a job in a smart contract auditing firm. So without further ado, let's get started. Hey man, how are you? Nice to have you in the show.
Hey Johnny, I'm good. How are you? How are you doing?
Perfect. So much alpha to share today. I'm sure that the guests are super excited to learn about your journey. So let's start with some simple question like tell us about yourself, like who are you and how you got into the space.
Yo, hey everyone. I'm Sabanaku, and I am currently I am transitioning my journey from Web 2 to Web 3. So currently, I am an employee at a big firm holding a Web 2 role, and it's been around 7 months I stepped into Web 3 field, and yeah, it's going pretty good as for now. And I started learning about Web3 in October last year. One of my friend introduced me to the field, and yeah, at that time I didn't even knew about what a blockchain is, to be honest, and not even a simple term like proof of stake or proof of work. So it got me interested in the field, and I started learning about it, and starting in the mid of October 2024. So I started with reading normal blogs, mainly on the basic stuff of the blockchain, mostly of Ethereum and how things work in the blockchain as compared to the Web2 world. And after that, I have seen Johnny's course over LinkedIn, I guess, and I opted for it. I guess it was one of the best choice I have made because it helped me to grasp things related to Web3 security in a short amount of time, and it saved a lot of time along with keep me motivated. Uh, keep me motivated and the course structure, and I keep myself a target, like I have to finish these two chapter and these three chapters every day. So I guess there is a lot of courses out there, but if we talk about the best aligned course, I guess it's the Johnny's course. Like it has everything aligned by attack and by section. Not only that, we also have assignments. So my approach was looking at the videos, finish the lecture, and after that complete the assignment. I guess assignment help to understand things in more details and in a better way. So as I told, I also have a full-time Web2 job. So my things what are quite hectic, I must say, that I have to complete my office in the daytime and then sit back at the night, whatever time I have, for 3 to 4 hours, and mainly focus on Web3. So yeah, I completed the course in the 2 months, in December end, and completed the certification at that time too. And after completing Johnny's course, I have also done few courses of Cyfrin, smart contract hacking by Patrick Collins, and then Foundry Fundamentals. Uh, so yeah, I completed those courses too, and post to that, from February, I started doing auditing, like on the platform. Before jumping into the auditing, I had also done shadow auditing, just taking a small code base of previous audits, give myself 2 or 3 days on it, try to understand the code base and write down all the findings which I have, and then compare it with the real results. So it helps me a lot, not only in understanding the code base, but also in making me, boosting my confidence. So yeah, after that I start in the February itself. I started with contest, and in the first contest I got 3 highs. It was on the cantina, and after that, I guess.
Wait. Let's not spill all the beans. We
Okay,
already,
okay, yeah,
we already finished the podcast in the first five
okay,
minutes. No, I'm
okay, yeah,
joking, but we're gonna have so many things that we'll talk
okay,
about. I want to take the time and focus in every part to extract the most amount of value for the listeners. So
sure,
sorry for interrupting you, but
yes,
we will talk separately on your background, on how you started, how you got into the blockchain world, um, and eventually about the contest and your tips for beginners, how to get started. So we will take our time to bring a lot of details and information for the listeners. So definitely stick till the end of this podcast.
all right, all right,
And first, I want to say that it's pretty cool that you are coming from Web 2 background, because I'm sure there are many other people that are listening are coming from either cybersecurity, DevOps, developers. And I wanted to ask first, before we dive into the next parts of like how you started it and how you did the shift. I wanted to ask first, what motivation did you have to start learning Web3 security? Is it something your friend told you? Is it something you read online? Like, why did you make this decision to, which is, by the way, crazy dedication to work in your day job and then in the evening or in the early morning, go and study this new technology, this new space?
yeah. I started because my friend told me, but after that, when I started learning about Web3 world, exactly how things are working in Web3 world, the first thing was decentralization and availability. Everything is available 24 into 7, and mainly about how things are work, because Web 2, when we compare things working in Web 2 and Web 3, it's a whole lot of difference. And every like, from every blog I read about, every protocol I read about, it just get me more interested into Web3. So I guess I'm just more fascinated right now. I'm just more fascinated about the technology, how exactly it works, how it's different from the real world, and how it's gonna make, make a bigger change in the future.
Definitely. So people have different motivations. Some people are excited about the monetary and the career options. Some people are just excited about technology. I would say that everything is fine. Whatever drives you, whatever gives you drives is fine. I can relate to you because for me the technology is very exciting and I drive motivation from both aspects, both from the technology, and mm, I'm my mind is blowing every time I see like a new technology coming, if it's a kind of abstraction, if it's like layer two, zero knowledge, and so on. And also I see that I love the concept of decentralization, so I can relate. Um, yeah. So first of all, I wanted to say also thank you for the kind words about the course, about my course. I'm super happy it helped you. I know it helped so many people. You're one of the graduates. Can you tell us more about like your routine? So you were like having a day job. What did you do in your day job? And then you came back and study. Like, how did you keep the the the, the stamina to do that? And tell us about like your days. How was it back then in October?
Okay, so for me, Web3 is total dedication, because right now I have a 5 years of experience in Web2, and the current role which
What are you doing in Web two? What are you
I
doing?
I am currently a senior
Senior, sorry.
threat researcher, cloud
Threat.
threat researcher. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Like traditional cybersecurity.
yeah, exactly. Traditional cybersecurity, more mainly focusing on blue teaming, and right now I'm working for one of the biggest firm. and pay is good, pretty good, and there is also a good work-life balance. So Web3 for me is pure dedication. So when I started in October, it's like I woke up around 8 in the morning, and then, yeah, 8 in the morning, and then maybe for 2 hours I just revise the things which I have learned in, last day in Web3, or maybe read some blogs. So my early 2 hours was all about reading blogs and maybe taking notes out of them. So from 10 to 6, I have my office hours. So I dedicated my work to office. After 6, I took 2 hours to go to the gym for the workout. And when I came back around 8:30, so it took me around 9 or 9:30 in order to have my things done, and other activities. So from 9:30 I sit, and 9:30 to around 12 o'clock or 12:30 I used to watch the videos and do the assignments.
Cool. And did you complete all the assignments, all the exercises in the course?
Yeah, I have completed every assignment and every courses line by line, every minute of it.
Amazing. Did you, if you remember the assignments, there are plenty of them. Did you encounter similar bugs later on in auditing contests? Like, did you see the relation between the course assignments to the actual like real life threats or audits?
Yeah, definitely. I do remember. For example, some of the bug I had in my contest was access control. It's not a simple access control. It was like, an external function is calling an internal function. So the bug was in the internal function, not the external function. So yeah, I have got external control. Then reentrancy, I have seen it in. I there was a assignment, if you remember. It was like it has the non-entrant guard, but with the non-entrant guard, the function was still vulnerable to reentrancy. So I have.
Which one is it? Which reentry is it? Do you remember?
Uh, I didn't remember that much,
Okay.
but there was an assignment I remember that the function has reintrant guard, but still the function was vulnerable to reentrancy because it haven't checked the check effect interact thing. So I read about it somewhere on the solo Reddit in the previous contest that this was the bug has been found. And yeah, similarly, it's kind of same. The one thing I can pretty sure that after completing your course, no one will able to be confused or like have face problem in finding a bug, because it was crystal clear about every bug step by step.
I'm curious, since you took both courses, also Cyfrin. Cyfrin also have great free courses. What are the main differences like between the courses? Because I never asked it to anyone. I know that people enjoy Cyfrin courses as well, and I'm really curious to hear like what are the main difference. We are not trying to say this is good, this is bad. Both things are great, but I'm sure there are differences. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The difference is basically while doing the Cyfrin smart contract hacking course, the main difference is about the audit process. That course is more lean towards the audit process, overall process from starting to the very end, how to approach a contest, how to make reporting, and yeah, that's the main difference I feel between the like this course and the Cyfrin one. So Cyfrin basically, uh, uh, if someone wants to step in, I will suggest them to first finish your course and after that move to the Cyfrin course, because Cyfrin course will let you know the whole from beginning to end procedure, exactly step by step, how to write a report, how to report a finding. So yeah, these were the main differences which I have felt. And also one more thing, actually, Cyfrin was a project, more of a project oriented. Like they took a code base like a real life, and then you have to perform. You have to perform the whole audit thing and make a report. So that was the main difference between this and that.
Yeah. I think that similar to the name, my course is more about the practical hands-on and like how to approach, how to get an attacker mindset and how to break things. And Saffron is more like, I don't know, like creating the report or the methodology or like the guideline step to step, but not like doesn't teach you like how to think like an attacker and how to find exploit and how to write POC. Maybe it does, I don't know, but that's what I when I looked at it, I didn't really complete actually the course. I looked at it and I have a guest lecture there, but I never asked anyone like the differences. So I'm curious.
Yeah, that was the main difference. I guess these two courses together will be a perfect match for anyone he wants to step in the field.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thanks for the
yeah.
feedback. Okay, so when did you start actually jumping into audits? Which months was it? So you started in October studying, you completed a course in December, and did you try to do contests meanwhile doing the course or just after completing it and getting your certificate?
No, I haven't started the course while doing the sorry, not why I haven't started the audit during the course because I didn't have that much of time, and I wanted my time. I wanted my brain to just be concentrate on a single thing, that was course. So yeah, I haven't started. I started after completing the course in last week of January, early February, you can say that. So that was the time when I started it.
So you just started participating in contests in early February
Yeah,
2025.
yeah.
Wow, that's not that much, and you already have some good results. So tell us about your first contest. How was it? Because a lot of beginners they start, then they work hard, or maybe sometimes they give up because the code base is too big, or sometimes they think that they did well, they submit some bugs, and all of them get uh, like invalidated, disvalidated. So I'm wondering if you had some experience and if you have some tips for beginners that are frustrated.
Yeah, actually, as I have told that before entering, the real audit, I have done two, three shadow audits, like taking the code basis of the protocols which have been audited before from different audit sites, mainly the small one, around 500 line of code. So I first tried to understand the code base and then write down the reports by myself and then compared it with the real report. So that helps me a lot while starting my first audit. So I spend most of the time to understand the code base. I guess it was a 7 day audit, and I spent around 4 or 4.5 day in order to understand the code base. So I guess that was a good take from my end, because I think like 60 to 70% main thing is to understand the code base. So I understand the code base, then I started going through the code base. I guess I had submitted around 10 findings in it, out of which 3 was high, 2 was informational, and rest 5 was invalidated.
Talking about a shadow audit, right? Not a real one.
Now this was the real one actually.
Okay. So first, I want to talk about shadow audit because this is a tip that I'm sharing for a while, and I'm glad you did it. It's really, really useful. Why? Because when you participate in an audit contest, let's say you found few bugs. Now it takes a lot of time until they sort the findings and judging, and only 1 or 2 months later, you will get a feedback. So the feedback look is not instant. And by the time you get the report, you already forgot all your submissions and the code base, and it's really hard to go back to it, and it's just not efficient. But why I do recommend start with shadow auditing, what you mentioned. By the way, if you guys don't understand what shadow auditing means, it's just essentially means take a past audit that already has a report that was published, audit it without looking at the reports, like mock audit. You audit it before, like simulate an audit, try to find stuff, write them, and then compare it to the actual report and see if you're able to find bugs. And if you miss them, why you miss them. And it really, really helps to build this auditing contest muscle. And this is a great tip because the feedback loop is right away. You just continue, you just complete the audit, and right away you can see the report and see, oh, I got this one, I got this high, I got this medium. Oh, this high that I thought it's high, it's actually informational because I wasn't able to provide a POC. So be hard on yourself. Be hard on yourself in 2 points. First, don't be tempted to check the report because sometimes it's like, you have a test and you have the answers. You don't want to look at the answers. You want to actually try to do it yourself. So if the audit was 7 days, at least dedicate half the time. At least 3, 4 days. Try break your head around it. And by the way, the course is the best thing the smart contract course is really great because you have the answers. You, for every exercise, we have solutions. You can check them or in GitHub or the walkthrough video where I show you step by step how I break the code. But you need the patience to try and break it yourself. So the same thing here with shadow auditing. Try to find and do the audit yourself, and only after you reach a certain threshold, compare it to the report. The best way to get in the contest. Don't just jump right into them. Do shadow auditing and be harsh on yourself. Sorry if I had to take this speech because this is a really important point and I want to make it clear for beginners because I know a lot of people are struggling out there, and I really think that it was brilliant on your end to do that.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Yeah, so sorry. Go ahead. You had it first audit right away. You submitted 3 highs and you can...
Yeah, I submitted total, I guess, 10 bugs, and out of which 3 highs got validated and 2 informational. 5 was invalidated. So it was good for me as a beginner that my bugs got validated, and yeah, it was pretty good for me. It was a good confidence boost for me that okay, and it's all cause of, I guess, shadow auditing, because it helped me when we step into an audit. It's very useful to understand the code base first, line by line, character by character. So I guess, yeah, shadow audits add a great value into it.
Which one was it? I'm curious. Which contest? It was Liquid Ron or something else?
It was DAO.
DAO. This was your first contest in Cantina?
Yeah, first contest on Cantina.
I saw already in January you did it.
Yeah, January end.
Okay, and what was the reward? I see that the pot was only 12K. How much did you get out of this 12K?
300 something, $318 around. I was 10th rank. It was 10th rank for me, but yeah.
Yeah, I can see $300. That's not bad, man, for a first contest. I remember people like don't have any valid fundings or like get like few bucks, like $1, $3 or something like this. What would you say the first factor, the most important thing that actually helped you land those 3 highs in your first contest and earn more than $300? What would you say the most important thing that helped you?
The most important thing first was understanding the code base, and second was what I do basically in my audits. I look for example, there is an protocol came for audit and it's a staking protocol. So I search for what are the other staking protocols which have been audited before. So if I have seen some similarity between them, I went back and read their reports too. So that might be a case that if the same kind of protocol may have the same kind of bugs. So that's the one thing I do frequently, like reading the reports of same kind of protocols. And second, also if a protocol is made on top of is a fork of some famous protocol. So I also go and see okay, what were the other protocols which made on top of that. I read reports on them, because if you are making the same protocol, or making a new protocol which is the fork of something, so there might be a high chance that the developer have done the same mistakes. So that's the one thing, and yeah, that's the second thing, and the first thing is basically reading the understanding the code base
So to summarize, 3 points. First, understand the code base first very, very well. Second, check similar protocols, similar code bases, and see what bugs usually are found there. And 3, also search for forks. If it's a fork of Liquidity, of Uniswap, and so on,
right,
and look at the diff, like what code was changed from the original protocol.
Right, and yeah, and also if in the meantime you can also write some. I started doing one thing that in the meantime you can also look for the solo bugs by top auditors. So what I have started, like every day I go and read the solo bugs from the top auditors, 2 or 3, and if I found them interesting, I just write them in my personal note with my personal tag, like if it's a DeFi, hashtag DeFi or something like that. So next time when I'm pitching in an audit, it will be helpful for me in order to read about the bugs, and obviously if it's a solo bug, before and you are in a audit contest, if by chance you have the same bugs in that protocol also, there will be less chance of more duplicacy. So it might be a unique bug or
It's
bug
very
with duplicacy. Yeah, so it will.
great tip, man. Everyone is giving tips. Read reports, read bugs. But this is an even better alpha. Don't just focus on reading previous bug, but focus on reading solo bugs by top auditors. This is how you can also get their mindset, how they think, how they approach the code base, how they're able to find these bugs that no one else is able to do it. And this is how you actually train the skill. And I love that the fact that you're also organized, you tag them, you write them, oh, this is related to this protocol, to that protocol, found by this guy, by that guy. And how do you find the solo bugs? Through
Uh,
Solidate?
yeah, on Solidate you have a filter, right? That bug is only found by almost one people. Almost one people there is, yeah. So on there, and also I have a plan of reading the bug bounty reports too, because also if a finding is in bug bounty, that means it have been missed by multiple audits. So that's also be a good adding good addition in the knowledge. So yeah, I guess that will also help. Because I have heard somewhere on a podcast by Deadrose XYZ, he used to read Riptide's report of bug bounty, which helped him a lot. So yeah, I'm just uh, trying to follow the same.
Yeah, I think it's very useful. I recently read a tweet from InfoSec team, and they say they started doing bug bounty recently. Not recently, for a while, but they used to do contests, and now they're doing bug bounties. And they had a theory, super interesting theory, that uh, bugs that are found in bug bounty and hacks also, these are bugs that could never been found or very hard to find during an audit contest or just an audit, because the contract, it has its code, but another huge important aspect is the state, the storage, the state, and the state of the other contracts that it interacts with, which is something that you usually don't see in the audit phase, whether it's a contest or just an audit. Yes, you have unit tests and sometimes you have fast tests, but through time the state mutates and changes over time. It becomes complex, and then new bugs are being introduced that could never be, that were overlooked, like they could never be found during the audit phase. So this is a very interesting theory, and they essentially proved it by submitting a few criticals to Immunify and actually confirming them. So yeah, that's a different game, but also it can help in a contest game, I'm sure.
Right. I guess in contest, it's we have a more pressure because there is a strict deadline, and along with that, we have to, have to cover the whole code base. So yeah, I guess that's the one case too that most of the auditors miss the bug bounty bugs. But yeah, you're right what you have said.
Yeah. So this was your first contest. How did you feel after you saw the result of the first contest? And did you right away jump into another contest, or did you do some thinking and research and like checking your performance and so on?
No, after the first contest, I was in a confidence that okay, this is the first contest and I can do better. Then I started doing right away. I started doing another contest, and that was my mistake, which I have realized that the career path, it's not always the spike. You can also, there will also be a down thing. So yeah, I started participating in contests right away. But after every contest pass, I learn about few things which I have to, which I have to get better into it. So I every time it still happens right now that after every contest, if didn't went well, I took a break of 2 to 3 days and read about it, about what exactly I need to make myself better in better. I guess this is the way that we all learn about it. But yeah, after the first contest, I directly stated into multiple contests. Then result didn't went well. Then I took a break of 2 weeks and went to learn new things, and then came back.
And what was your best contest so far? Like best earning, best position in the leaderboard, and so on.
Best contest was on Sherlock. I was ranked second, and
Wow.
yeah, and the pay was around 920K because the public pot was very less. I guess public pot was around 7K. So
$920.
yeah,
Not bad.
yeah, $920, and the public pot was 7K actually.
Cool, cool. So second place, that's pretty impressive. So, how many months after actually diving into contents and completing the course, you were able to get a second place?
I guess that was in month of April or March. I didn't remember. I guess it's around 2 months, roughly 2 months.
Cool. This is really impressive. It's nice. So now, what are you doing now? Are you working on contests? Are you learning new things? What do you do?
Right now, it's I took a break of 10 days for me because I have done few contests and I noticed where I'm lagging currently. So I have to learn about it, and so yeah, I took a break of 10 days. After 10 days, I'll again get back to the contest. So yeah, because right now the one thing I'm facing is I'm not able to learn things while doing the contest. I have to figure it out, like how can I manage my time so that I can do the contest and take some time to learn in between. So that's the one thing I'm currently figuring it out, why, like how I'm gonna plan it for myself. So yeah, so currently it's like 3 weeks of audits and then 1 weeks of rest in order to give my brain some time and then grasp new things.
Nice, nice. And the next contest that you will join, can you just give us like a brief overview of how you approach a contest? Like when you start a new contest now, how did your methodology evolve and what does it look like right now? Where in the recent contest, in the Sherlock one that you succeeded, what was your methodology? Maybe you change it. Maybe you have new ideas about your methodology in the next contest. So just share your insights there.
To be honest, I didn't start any contest, right. Like for example, if contest start at 1:30, I didn't start contest, just write the contest start. I wait for one day. I analyze the Discord channel of it. I guess the one thing which I notice is the developers, like how responsive the developers are, how good they are in order to explaining the code, because they are the one who are writing the codes. So that's the one methodology I find out, like if devs are super active and they know every bit of code, so it might be that the code base will be a tight code base or something like that. And if the devs are lazy and they didn't know the part of the code, so that's the one thing I look for. I look into it because
So if they're lazy and they are not very responsive and familiar with the code and don't know how to answer properly the question, this is a good sign for you because you assume that the code base is not in a good shape.
exactly, that might be the reason that.
Alpha, you don't have to share all this alpha today. Just leave some for yourself. No, I'm joking. But it's a great tip. It's a great tip. I never heard it before. Thanks
Yeah,
for
yeah, I guess most of the code bases, not most of the code bases, if a dev didn't know about what exactly a function is doing and what the part of code is doing, that probably that the code base is being written using the AI, right? And if it's written using the AI, then to be sure it will have a lot of bug as compared to human written. So that's the one thing I look for it. Second thing is I look for how well the it is documented, how well the protocol is documented and everything. Yeah, I guess these two things. And after that, when I take up and start a audit contest, if I decide to, okay, I need to audit this, I then there is no second thought inside my brain that, okay, I need to switch. I just, even if I didn't find any bug, that's okay for me. It's like I will learn new things. So right now I try to join audits of protocols which I haven't done. For example, if I have done staking before, so if there is audit, there will be two parallel audits. One is on staking and another is on, for example, dex, and I haven't done the dex audit, so I'll choose the dex audit because that will make me learn new things in a short amount of time. So
So you focus on learning new skills rather than the monetary gains because you are not like stressed on like getting money ASAP because you have savings, you have a day job. But I think it's a good approach because anytime when you're stressed and you're acting from like, I need to make money right now, and this is your main focus, you won't get anywhere. But when you prioritize based on, hey, I want to get introduced to a staking protocol, or hey, I want to learn Cairo, I want to do a Cairo audit, that's a way better long-term approach in my opinion. So it's very great tip also. Thanks.
Yeah, I take auditing. Auditing is not sprint for me; it's a marathon. So I just need to keep calm myself so that my brain will work better in a better way. And in the initial days, when I have done some auditing, when I start thinking about the money, my performance degrade. So right now, I only think about learning about the code base. I don't think about any findings or any money. For me, I take it like a learning session because I'm just a beginner till now, and it's like it's okay. For example, if I'm doing the Dex audit today, it's okay if I haven't find any finding. But maybe in the future I will have the Dex audit again. So this thing will help me in order to perform better in the next audit.
Thanks for sharing. Great tip. And do you usually check the report right after and compare it and see what you missed? Like how does your feedback session look like? How does the feedback session look like, and how do you learn from the mistakes and evolve? Not
Okay.
only in the audit phase, but in the post audit phase.
Yeah, actually, I have read it on Twitter somewhere, feedback form thing. So I follow the same. I have a notion in which I note down all the contests in which I have participated and number of bugs I have reported. Out of which, when the reports comes out, I found it okay. There are total 5 bugs in the audits, out of which I got 2. There is three remains. So I went back to the code base, read the code base again because I'm already familiar, so it took less time. And that 3 bugs I write it down by myself so that I will not forget it in the future contest. One thing I have noticed that every bug you have missed and every bug you have reported, you are not gonna miss in the future contest. That will be inside your brain, and that will give you a new attack vector while auditing a new thing. So yeah, I do have feedback form kind of thing. So I went back and look into it.
Amazing. And you still keep your threat intelligence Web 2 job, right?
Yeah, it's still there.
Did you consider finding a Web3 like full-time job and changing your career completely?
That's my goal. That's my ultimate goal. I want to switch into Web3 as a full-time job. So my goal is to first make a public profile and then go for jobs.
Did you apply for any jobs or not yet?
Not yet, because I know I didn't feel like that I am that much good in order to have a job currently. So I just want to make
More ex-
myself, yeah, more experience myself better and more confident.
Amazing, amazing. That's a great plan. So what's your roadmap like? What's your plan? Do you have any roadmap for the year or for the achievements?
I had a plan of next 3 months for me. So next 3 months, I just want to keep doing same things, learning new things, and keep doing the auditing. And let's see how my profile looks and what kind of knowledge I will have after the 3 months. So based on that, maybe I will decide if I have to apply for a job or I have to keep going. But yeah, the long term plan is to land into a job. That's it, because I can't. Public auditing is kind of draining actually, and it needs a lot of efforts. So yeah, the long term goal is to learn and be in the Web3.
Well, I just saw, by the way, that Owen, the Guardian Audits founder, opened a new role for Web2 cybersecurity in Guardian Audits. Maybe you can apply. It could be a
I
nice way to move from Web2 to Web3 full-time job.
Actually, I had a conversation with him yesterday related to the same. Yeah, I have seen the job link too, but I think then I will get stuck in Web 2 because their expectation will be of Web 2, right? And right, even after right joining the firm, if I'll let them, okay, I am the Web 2 role right now, but I want to shift in Web 3, so that's not good for them too, and that's not good for me too, because the expectation with the role are very well different, right? So I will join, but I'll join as a solely as a Web3
Yeah,
because
yeah, that
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, I'm really enjoying listening to you and to your journey and your goals and like your dedication. It's really inspiring. So thanks for sharing. Any last tips for beginners, for people who are listening? Try to think about the things that help you the most, or like moments where you got stuck or you were dismotivated, and like what lifts you up, what can help beginners.
Okay, so I'll start with if every failed audit, for example, you gave your whole time in the audit and you haven't find bugs, for example. So don't get demotivated. Just think about it, how different things you have learned from that audit. And if you haven't find a bug in an audit, that means your knowledge, the knowledge which you have currently, it's gonna increase when the result is gonna out. Because for example, if I don't know about dex and I participated in an audit, I didn't find any finding, but after that, when I will read the results, I will get to know about new things. Second thing is connect with the people, join community. The web3 community is very really good. Like everyone is there to help you. Just ping out everyone. If you feel demotivated, if you want any help, just ping out anyone. And then listen to the podcast on YouTube. And I guess I started podcast by listening to Hack and Proof, and then I started with Riptide's podcast, and I listened to your podcast. So yeah, the listening to podcast, it's only because you will get to know few things about what the top auditors has been following throughout their journey. Because if I'm facing the problem, sure, others would have also faced the same problem. So that's the thing. And one more thing, I keep note down things when I listen, that will be helpful for me. For example, Patrick Collins always said that repetition is the mother of skills. So I have wrote it down somewhere that I see every day. Okay, repetition, I have to repeat things. So take notes, connect with people. Don't be shy in ask for the opportunity or ask for the questions which you have doubts. And yeah, keep pushing. I guess that's the only thing you can do. And if you feel demotivated, it's okay to take break. Learn about what all the great things you have done in your life apart from Web3 too. If you have some academic achievement, if you have some achievements in your college or in your career, just have a look into it, because that will motivates you. Okay, you can do it. It just you are stepping into this field. That's why right now maybe today is not yours, but tomorrow will be yours. So just keep pushing and be motivated.
Great tips. I couldn't agree more. I just want to add something on the watching and listening to podcasts tip. There is plenty of content out there, and people in Web3 security are open and they share a lot of things. And there is this YouTube channel with many podcasts and tutorials, and there are other channels with many podcasts. Just be careful, don't be stuck in the learning and passive mode. It's very easy to just listen to podcasts and watch videos, and it's great while you go to the gym, while you take a walk, while you do the dishes. That's great. But also remember that the real learning happens when the wheels are moving in your brain, and this only happens when you actually solve problems, in my opinion, which is doing auditing contests. Or also in the course, in the smart contract hacking course, this is my motto. That's why it's so practical. That's why for every chapter there are at least 3-4 exercises where you have to actually break things, not just watch me and listen to me and listen to a podcast, or great tips, great content, great alpha out there. But the real learning happens by doing. I always say that. And like Patrick Collins said, the repetition is the mother of skills, something like this, right? Um, the same thing. I 100% agree with that. Learn by doing. Learn by doing. Do contests. Do break code. Do CTFs. Break the exercises in the smart contract hacking course. Do shadow audit reports. This is where the real learning happens. And then when you did that, come here and listen to the tips. Go to Riptide or the Milo Truck interview and listen to what they have to say as the pros. Okay, so
Right.
you have to combine the two. Just
Right.
wanted to add.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man. It was super interesting and insightful for people that want to follow your journey or maybe companies that want to reach out to you and hire you, what is the best place to follow you and talk to you?
I guess Twitter is the best place. Like, yeah, if you can mention my ID, anyone can connect with me. Yeah, you can just directly DM me or ping me out. I'll be available.
Thank you so much once again. It was super valuable, beneficial, and we'll be in touch. And I wish you the best of luck in your journey.
Thank you, Johnny. Thanks for having me. It's a great conversation. Thank you so much.